Hello and welcome to today's crypto video where I'll be talking about HydraDX, another project building on Substrate, which means interoperable with Polkadot, of course. And it may come as no surprise, I'm probably one of the first people on YouTube that has decided to do a video on HydraDX. There will be more people following, I'm pretty sure, because this project is going to be very hyped. It's still under the radar at the moment. It's not available for trading, but why am I hyped about it? Well, it's because Robert Habermeier, who is actually one of the co-founders of Polkadot, has supported this project. He has retweeted this project, HydraDX, on his Twitter page. So now more people know about it, but not enough people. Like, the community was only at 2,000 people when I first checked it. So a very small community. It might have grown a bit. I haven't checked it recently because the big update is supposed to be happening at the end of this month, in January, at the end of January. So that's when we're likely going to see the launch of HydraDX on Bancor, apparently, which is a decentralized exchange just like Uniswap. So what's HydraDX all about? And again, the link can be found in the description of this video or in the pinned comment, depending on where you're watching this. But their mission is to enable frictionless liquidity for all crypto assets, build open, neutral, and autonomous protocol for liquidity, become the solution that enables global finance of the 21st century. So the multi-asset liquidity pool, this is the big one here, right? So their unique solution enables putting all the assets into one sharded liquidity pool in lock-in unparalleled efficiency. So HydraDX is designed to communicate with other networks. Its Ethereum-based assets will be ultimately liquid on HydraDX. It is powered by HDX, which is a native reserve token, improving the security and aligning incentives of key network participants. The total supply of HDX is a function of the liquidity provision, so we don't actually know the tokenomics of HDX, which is going to be the name of the token for HydraDX for the project. Now, of course, it is community driven, as we've seen with all the projects building on Polkadot. They're following the same rules. They're probably going to use some kind of similar wallet as well, unless they're going to have a different kind of wallet, but very likely pretty much the same. Now, the native liquidity for the Polkadot ecosystem, of course. So HydraDX is a natural swap solution for all assets built on Substrate and in the fast-growing Polkadot ecosystem, a place to bootstrap liquidity. So, of course, they're saying here, why should you choose them? Well, blockchain is changing this unfortunate reality by providing an open and universally accessible technology layer for transaction settlement and asset exchange. However, the dominant blockchain application platform, Ethereum, suffers from being a general platform for many varied use cases. The network is getting clogged and fees are high, as we well know, because I've actually had to pay like $50 to sell an asset on Uniswap. Now it's like dropped a bit. I think it's like $12 or so for a transaction. But imagine you're paying $50 and that fails, and you've only got like, say, $500 to invest, because not everyone has like thousands of dollars or $10,000s of dollars like some American investors do. Most people, like in Asia or in poorer countries, they can only afford a couple of hundred. So imagine they do a transaction on Uniswap, they pay $50, it fails, and then they lose that $50. There's no way to get it back. The miners are happy, they're delighted, they're like, keep them coming, guys, keep them coming. And this is how it is. It puts that negative sentiment on the whole ecosystem. So hence why HydraDX is very important here. And I think that the Polkadot ecosystem as a whole is going to play a huge role in getting rid of these excessive fees, which people are getting really annoyed with, right? So in order to achieve the optimal properties, HydraDX is built as a parachain. So there will be a parachain, specialized blockchain in the Polkadot network. It is benefiting from shared security, speed, and flexibility of the Substrate framework, while remaining optimized for a single purpose, enabling fluid programmable value exchange. And thanks to planned interoperability between Polkadot and Ethereum ecosystem, Hydra will tap into Ethereum's liquidity, talents, and community, merging the best of both worlds. So that's what we want to see here. And here we can see the roadmap. So the idea started in Q2 of 2019 here. The first Uniswap like POC, of course, and in Q4 of 2020 is when they started the hacknet. They finished the mathematical modeling, so that's why we didn't really hear about them, right? Development, tested, and so on, but we did hear about them recently. So they will be running the mainnet in 2021 Q1, again at the end of this month. We're hoping implementing other financial instruments such as options, lending, derivatives, synthetics. HydraDX is becoming the go-to liquidity protocol and cross-chain swap hub. That's what it's going to be doing here, as we can see. In 2021, this is the big one, and you may be wondering what's the team all about. Again, the website looks pretty basic. It's like one of those 1990s or early 1990s websites, that you'd see, like a very old style website from when the internet first came into fruition, And here we can see a link to all of their social media platforms and so on. But who's the team behind it? Well, if you go to this link here, it takes you to Galactic Council. And the Galactic Council basically doesn't have much here. It has like the GitHub page, the Twitter page, but you need to go to Z Prime Family to find who the team is. Then if you go to Z Prime, you go to Dream Team and you see all the different people behind it. And this guy here, Gregor Jacob, he's actually really active. He's an admin in their Telegram channel. He's really active. He's always happy to answer your questions. If you've got any questions about the project, he'll happily go into it. Again, don't expect when Moon answers, right? I'm sure he's probably sick of seeing that in other cryptocurrency Telegram groups. But any kind of technical related question, like related to the project, feel free to ask him and he'll be happy to answer. Now, if we go to HydraDX here on their Twitter page, they've also got some funding as well. I've actually watched a video from this guy who was interviewed, KR1. It's a company that has been funding HydraDX as well. Of course, they do need funding too because they are an open source project. So yeah, I mean, and they've also got Tensor Capital funding them and also DFG Group and so on. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They're starting, you know, like you gotta give these guys time. I mean, they're pretty hyped already as more and more people find out about them. So just give them a bit of time and you'll see. And of course, we gotta talk about Robert. So here we go. This is the tweet here where he's actually retweeted one of HydraDX's tweets. So this is pretty much the proof right here that Robert does know about HydraDX. He's keeping it on the radar, but the fact that he's retweeted it is kind of giving us a clue. It's like, guys, look, it's coming, prepare to get in. So you know how it is, right? And if you're wondering who Robert Habermeier is, here he is. He's one of the co-founders of Polkadot together with Gavin Wood, of course. He's actually done an interview here on the Parity Technologies YouTube channel, as we can see here. If you're interested in watching it to learn more about Robert Habermeier and what it's like. I think he's actually based in Berlin at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, based on his Twitter page and his LinkedIn profile. But yeah, this is pretty much it about HydraDX. Like, I'm really looking forward to this project going live. I'm sure you are too. We still don't know what the total supply is like, so we could expect anything to happen, but they've also got some kind of plan in place to avoid whales from buying too much of it, like we've seen with projects like Keeper, where the Andre Cronjes token, where a lot of whales bought a lot of Keeper, and then they started dumping, bringing down the price and manipulating it. Well, with this, they're actually avoiding the whale manipulation because you're going to have a strategy in place so that you can only get access to this token in a specific way, right? You're not going to be able to accumulate a large amount to control the price. So that is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to do that. More details to come soon, and as soon as we get some update, if it's important, I'm going to be covering it, of course. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next review video. Take care. Bye bye.